All right. Fact number 8 is in the very city that had killed Jesus, namely Jerusalem, this is where they preached the message that Jesus rose from the dead.
Bad mistake if he wasn't raised from the dead. And bad mistake if the tomb weren't empty. Because somebody could go and check that tomb out. Now, Michael Martin says, for example, the late atheist philosopher says, 50 days later, according to preaching in Acts, 50 days later is too late to identify a body in the tomb. Totally missing the point. Number one, I've talked to a coroner, and 50 days is not too long to totally wipe off signs of a person, especially if they were crucified so we can see the holes. But here's the main point. I don't care if they can identify the person or not. The message of the New Testament is not, we found a body in the tomb, but don't worry, it wasn't Jesus. That's not the message. The message is empty tomb. Tomb was empty. Go there yourself, the stones rolled away. If they found any body in the tomb, Christianity at that point is incorrect.
Yeah.
So Jerusalem's a bad place. Go say it happened in Rome and you're in Jerusalem, but don't do it where an afternoon's walk can disprove you.
Yeah. I went to Westminster Abbey when Tom Wright was the chaplain to the Queen. He was the canon theologian of Westminster Abbey, okay? And I asked him this question. I'll never forget what he said. I said, what are the results of the disciples preaching? And he says, you have got to explain, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Buddhist, whether you're an atheist, a skeptic, whatever, you got to explain why was there this explosion? All of a sudden, where did the church come from? All of a sudden, it came and it spread across the Roman Empire. What was the cause?
In the city where it could have most readily have been disproven.
Yeah, so it's a fact that the church was born and grew starting right in Jerusalem. All right, next one is very interesting. Orthodox Jews who believed in Christ made Sunday, not Saturday, their primary day of worship. Why?
Because according to our early sources, even in the New Testament, they were commemorating the day on which Jesus was raised from the dead. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, the next text in our verses, 16:1, Paul's taken up a collection for poor believers, and he says, let everybody gather first day of the week, I'll come and collect. Why the first day of the week? It's interesting that follows the resurrection chapter. So it's because of the resurrection that they're even meeting on Sundays. Orthodox Jews, the point I was trying to make there is, how do you get them off? It's not just that Sunday was so special, it's how do you get them off Saturday? That's the key. How do you get them to say, now it's very possible, I guess the comeback is, maybe they went to synagogue on Saturday and church on Sunday. They could have, but why church on Sunday?